Hashtag one of your most captivating podcasts out there with your host, Lemithia. What's good, people? Welcome back to another Dragon's Den, episode 98, man. Yeah, we had to skip last week, man. Y'all know what I went through last week. No big deal. We're going to keep it pushing. We're going to talk about these topics. We got a great guest. And, of course, you see some people missing. God damn, Super G, man. I'm telling you, if we had to depend on people, boy, if we had some 4 wheels with 3 flat tires. God damn. Damn. Rough out here on a brother, man. Seriously, damn. But we got a great guest. It's my man Dreadpool's wife, aka Death Dealer. She is part of. What is your podcast? I just called Clowns like 3 times and I had it pulled up, but I messed up. Hold on, wait. Yes, Majestic Mayhem. There you go. Yes. There you go. Was you Cozy Beluga? But she's crazy. That's my girl. She's crazy. And and who's the other panel member?
My hot mama.
Hot mama. I like that. Oh, I like that name. Hot mama. So we're gonna get a little backstory. People, welcome her in the chat. Her Twitter handle is in the descriptions. Please follow her on Twitter, man. Go watch that podcast. It's very entertaining. And we are talking about 3 women that discuss games. So difficult to see in this day and age, to see women that just can talk games. I think it's awesome. And I said the next person I marry, they gotta play games, or at least support my gaming. So, it's
a great requirement. It should be a requirement. Honestly, I personally think that video games help marriages, and that could just be my personal experience in life, but I feel like everybody knows what everybody else is doing, where they're at, and where money's going, so it kind of helps negate a lot of issues right there, and you can do it together, so it's a win-win situation all the way
that's
around.
A fact. Because back in the days I used to get this, you still on that game? Why are you still on that game? And I'd be like, I could be outside and you don't know what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. But if you could walk into the room next to me and I'm shooting people or playing people in 2K, you could come in there, you good. We can share this time together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, and then the argument leads to, we need another TV and another Xbox or console or whatever, so I can play in the other room while you're in here. Mm-hmm. That's what we did. I mean, we had that issue after we had our daughter. It was like, we don't have enough TVs and consoles in the house. We need some more of everything.
You know what? I'm with you, and that's the type of situation I like, because I love buying TVs. I need to step. When I step up, I'll be like, damn. Now what am I gonna do with this other TV? So if you have somebody to give it to, hey, listen, it's beneficial. And of course, we have the man with the locks that rocks. Yo, listen, I want y'all to pay attention to my man, because he's out here and he's doing great things. Right now, remember when his dread started? They almost breast height. Do y'all see my man, Super G, and the locks? They're getting long, bro. How's the wife liking it, bro? How's the wife liking it?
She didn't care for it at first. Now it's like whatever to her. She don't mind them.
What you been up to? What you been playing?
Like them after a while.
Working a lot, bro, but trying to jump into Starfield, man, when I have the time to play it. I figure like anytime I jump on, I gotta have like 4 hours just to sit and play. If you only got like an hour, just forget about it. Don't even try.
This is why I've been slacking on my pimping. Like
Dude,
really. I haven't had time. I've been doing
yeah.
150 hours every 2 weeks.
And I'm saying, if you only got an hour, it's not even worth turning it on.
No, it's not.
I don't know, figure something else out. Watch an episode or TV or something. I don't know, but you gotta have time to sit down and play, bro. Because I took this one like side quest where you have to like survey this planet. So I'm like, it should be easy, right? Bro, I've been running on this planet, just like running on foot for so damn long. It's crazy.
Not like Death
And I'm only
Stranding
like,
though, right?
man, close enough, bro. Like low key, low key. I got
All
a
you need is a
jetpack,
baby in a piss
Yo.
bubble.
This thing, dude. I only got like 72%. I swear I've been running this on this planet for like 2 hours
Wow.
or more. So yeah, but I love Starfield, so I'm not trying to shoot at it, but yeah, it's a good game. It's a great game actually. But I'm excited to be back. We got a lot of topics, so let's just fire through them.
Let's fire through. But first, before we fire through anything, we got to get to know our guest, man. Because this is my introduction to her. I don't know if this is your introduction to her.
It's mine.
PK threw the alley-oop, and I felt it was a slam dunk, and now we here. So, Death Dealer, let's talk about your quick gaming history. What was your entry to gaming? Like, what got you into gaming?
Oh, I'm really gonna probably date myself here, but actually the original consoles were my introduction into gaming, and I've always enjoyed it and loved it. And I grew as gaming grew and expanded, and I've actually enjoyed watching it come so far in almost, it seems like a short period of time, because it went from the 360 to what we have now. It seemed like that, and we have amazing graphics, and I'm just grateful for the save and the continue options now in video games, because there was nothing more aggravating than getting through like Mario or Zelda or something and losing your last life and you're now dead and it's game over and you've got to start again. And it is tragic, man.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's funny to say that because that's the whole reason why I bought Link's Awakening, because I never beat it like back in the day because of that problem, like having to just pretty much sit down and go through the whole game in one playthrough. Now it got remastered and I could just save it, play it as I please, and all that good stuff. So yeah, but those days were rough.
Yeah, it was. So, but yeah, I've always played video games. And then when I met my husband and discovered he was a gamer as well, we obviously started taking that up together. And now we have a child of our own, and she's older and she loves video games.
Well, y'all got the trio, huh?
Yeah, we love playing games together. And I like talking about games. I could do it all day. I mean, I could talk about consoles. I enjoy all of them for different reasons, and I can hate on each one for a different reason.
Facts.
So I stay out of the console wars for that alone right there.
I don't really call it the console war anymore. I call it the console clowns, because I be clowning both sides. Dude said, yo, what side you on? I said, I'm on my side. Because the console war is crazy. They say anything. They don't care. They crazy. So
each one has their own points, and each has their own pros and cons. I mean, that's just all there is to it. You're always going to have one that prefers one over the other, but that's why the market's there. So you have those options to make those choices to go for the console you prefer.
That's a fact. I couldn't live without my Sony PlayStation for my single player experiences. I don't play multiplayer over there. That system is dead online to me. But for the stuff that they make first party, that's why I'm there. And that goes the same for Nintendo. I don't care about their online. I care about all the Mario and Zelda and Donkey Kong that you can give me.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you right there.
And then Xbox is more of my multi-plat, Maddens, 2Ks, the Halos, the Gears. It's a little bit of everything because I play online 99% of my life. So I can't not have a system and sit on there and be hating or finding out, look, all y'all doing is collecting sandwiches. I thought that was crazy.
Man, that shit got the funnest collecting sandwich mechanic you can find anywhere, bro. So they kiss my ass with all that.
And shout out to the security guards at my dentist this morning that wouldn't let me take my wonderful electric, beautiful American-made bike into the office. So I was gonna play Starfield. I was gonna be there like 3 hours. So I had my Asus ROG Ally, and I said, "Yo, this is the perfect time. I can play my ROG Ally for 3 straight hours because you know you're gonna wait." When I went in there, it was like 30 people. I had a 9 o'clock appointment, and it was like 8:30, and I'm like, "Damn!" But I figured I was gonna play my Starfield, get some real time in, and they said, "You can't have your electric bike in the building." I said, "I'm not putting this bike in the parking lot." It was like, "You don't got a chain?" I said, "I ain't say I ain't have a chain." I said, "I'm not putting this bike outside." They was like, "Why not?" I said, "It's a $2,000 bike." They said, "But there's officers outside." I said, "It takes like 10 minutes to steal it." "I'm good." So I canceled my appointment. Next time I'll take my truck. But shout out to them. Then I went to ride off the sidewalk to go into the parking lot, and the security guard, another one, chased me down and says, "You can't ride on the sidewalk." I said, "By the time you got to me, I was already in the parking lot. You just wasted all that fat." It was crazy. I just looked at him and just like, "Yo, dude." Anyway. So, what is your top? No. What is your favorite 5 games of all time? Let's get into that.
Okay. All right. Right off the cap, I'm gonna have to go with Super Mario Odyssey. Now these are in no particular order.
No order. It don't have to be no order.
Games,
Just
okay. Because I know people that know me might be watching and be like, "Wait a minute." My second choice is going to be my all-time favorite. I'm a personal fan of Dead Island. Love the series.
wow.
So
That's a first.
my actual next 3 choices are going to be Dead Island. Going to be Dead Island Riptide.
No. You can
Dead
count
Island.
it as a series.
Okay, well, I love the whole series. I've been playing obviously the first 2 for over 10 years now. And when the second one came out, I had to pre-order that. Couldn't wait for it. Love those games. I love zombie games. I'm actually more into the horror games than anything else.
I love zombie anything. The apocalypse rules the life.
Yes, I always tell people, I'm like, I've seen this in a movie somewhere, and it didn't end well for them. We shouldn't do this.
You know what I've been doing on Netflix is watching the Japanese spin on zombies.
Bro, they do it the best. They do it the best.
They are crazy.
Yeah.
And it's entertaining.
Have you watched Train to Busan?
Nah, I didn't watch that one yet.
That's a great movie.
I like the one with the kids in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I like it. I love zombies, man.
Yeah. Did you see it originated in Brazil? No, Spain. I believe it originated in Spain and then Brazil remade it. It's a short series called Reality Z, and I can't remember what the other one's called. It's something like that.
I did see that. That's with the one with the reality show?
Yeah.
Yes, that was crazy.
Yeah, there's another one of that, but I can't remember which one was first, but the one that they made second actually just kind of expands on that a little more, but they're both really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was crazy. That was crazy. I enjoyed that. So, there is no other games out of those, really 2.
No, there's more. Okay, I like the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's slowly become one of my new favorites.
How is it? Is it better than Friday the 13th? Because I thought Friday the 13th was good. I just thought the people that was playing it was dumb.
Yeah, that was my issue I had with Friday the 13th.
Right. Nobody played it right.
Well, yeah, I got in trouble for killing the same person over and over again, and he yelled at me for it. And I yelled back at him that, "I'm sorry, you're terrible at this, and I'm better than you." And I got reported and kicked off the stream for a while.
Are you serious?
I swear.
You know what? Me and you need the game together. I've been kicked out of a lot of stuff too.
It was the first time my husband's account had ever been reported. I felt so bad for him.
Oh, wow.
He made me my own gaming account after that to play online.
Yeah, you definitely would have to switch that up. You're not name sharing again. That's crazy. Nah.
But that's my other one. of course, Super Mario. You can't forget an original. That's an amazing game right there. Tetris. It teaches you how to pack and put things in small places. So teaches you a lot of life skills. That's a good game. And
Like I learned how to pack the U-Haul playing Tetris.
yeah, and Kirby. Kirby's cute. I love Kirby.
All right. What is your top 5 consoles, or have you reached that 5 console mark yet?
Hmm. Oh, I don't know. I've never actually thought about it, to be honest. I've never really thought about it. I've actually had just about every console that's ever come out, I think, except for minus one PlayStation. Um, I'm gonna have to say Dreamcast would be one of my favorites because it was way ahead of
Mm.
its time and got pooped on all the time for no reason, just for being ahead of its time. And then Super Nintendo because it was one of the first that came out. So gotta show
That's
love
what's in the
there.
background playing Super Nintendo.
Uh, hmm. Xbox 360 because it brought online gaming really forward. Uh, PlayStation because it brought gaming forward. The original
Which the
PlayStation.
original?
The
Yes.
original PlayStation. And then I'm gonna have to say the Nintendo Switch. That little thing is handy as all get out. My daughter has it right now at a convention, so
Awesome.
it's wonderful.
Awesome. Awesome. How old is your daughter?
She's 10.
Oh, awesome. 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 I remember those days. I want this, I want that. All right. Whatever. All right. So, but like I said, welcome to the show. Everybody, welcome in the chat, man. First of all, chat, y'all awesome, man. Shout out to everybody. I see it's lit. I see Dreadpool, you don't count. You're biased. First thing he did is give his wife a hand clap. You're a ringer, but that's all right. That's my guy. Sir X-Men's in the chat. Dragonheart Yobi's in the chat. I also see my man Steve Biko, the Rewatch Gang King. I don't know where Bloody at. He been MIA for a minute. Back from the Dead is in the building. J-Rock, Jeremy Brown. Damn, Dreadpool, you all over this. DJ Burrows. Now, so we're gonna move into these topics. We got a lot of topics. We got a lot of stuff to cover, man. And we're going to try to keep y'all entertained and give y'all the facts out here. So, let's get into Game Pass 30 plus million. Now, when this came out, I got to say this because a lot of people just kept saying 30 million, 30 million, 30 million. But they kind of retracted the 30 million subscribers, right? Now, I don't know if they want to make a later date announcement or they want to, and this is prior to Starfield and the new pay tiers, so that's a good look. Death Dealer, talk to me. Are you surprised that these numbers jumped so quickly?
No, not at all, really. I mean, that's kind of what numbers do, though. I mean, any market you watch, it goes back and forth a ridiculous amount of times before it's finally settled on, and it's usually nowhere near what the original number was in the first place. So it's really not surprising to me, honestly.
What do you think was the big push? Is it Starfield?
For me, it's hard to say when the push was because we don't know how accurate the amount is and what data is set with, right? So say if this is 30 mil as of 2 months ago, we can assume that number has gone up exponentially since Starfield release, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on when that number was actually correctly dropped. But because I think it's higher than that now. If that was say 4 or 5 months ago, right?
What do you think, Dev?
I agree with him on that one. I mean, it would be hard. The numbers are always kind of rough when it comes to gaming because people don't. They buy something, but they may not play it right away, or vice versa. You know what I mean? They'll play something, but not necessarily buy it right away, if that makes sense.
I just did that a few times.
Yeah.
I got Armored Core 6. I didn't even use it. I didn't even play it yet.
So when they come out with numbers based on sales of games and things, I mean, it's kind of it's like when they say it with the consoles, when when they're making claims about, oh, we sell this many consoles, but did you really, and how long did it take, and what are the variables involved? Did the same household buy multiple consoles? You know what I mean? There's too many variables in play to really get a good idea on, is this really something that's popular, or is it something that people are buying multiples copies?
Hmm.
You know?
For sure. Like I said, I'm more interested in trying to find out how many people joined Game Pass since the release of Starfield. 30 mil is good. It's still a great number. Like,
And it says it's 30 mil plus.
Yeah, it's nothing to take away from them, but I want to see how much that number grew just off of just the impact of Starfield alone, right? Because we've seen it had 6 million players like the first day. So how many of those million players were just new subscribers, or like how many are paid subscribers?
I honestly am kind of surprised though, because I figured everybody that had an Xbox had Game Pass. I thought it was just something you got when you got an Xbox. I don't know many people that own an Xbox and don't have Game Pass. So the number seems odd to me still, like
it is, but it's crazy how many people, I'm not gonna say like live under a rock, but still don't even know about Game Pass.
I sold Game Pass a couple times in GameStop.
Me too, and that's why I know there's
that
people
didn't
that
know.
don't know.
They didn't know. That's why I think Microsoft needs to push the advertisement barrier.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they need to, because
it's easy. It's easy. You start putting out commercials. You want access to these games?
I know, but the thing
One
about the
monthly
commercials
fee?
is that a lot of people don't watch TV as much. I mean, you could do
It
the
don't have
ads
to be
like on
TV.
YouTube.
It could be YouTube. It could be YouTube TV. It could be Netflix. Netflix got commercials now.
Yeah, but
did you know that?
How many people subscribe to the one that got commercials? Because I know I'm not, right?
Me either.
Most people are in the tier that don't show you the commercials.
But
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not playing that commercial stuff. But
that's my point, though.
At least put it there.
To the one that's gonna show you the damn.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to
blow
blow people up.
I'm like, what tier is this?
But I've seen commercials on Netflix and said, "Yo, why you got commercials?" But now I know there's a tier. But listen, they got to get out there and advertise. We get out there and say enough. We're not gonna sit. I had a parent come in the store. She bought her son a Series S. She took her last bit of money to get it. She was complaining her birthday was in 2 days. He 13. He don't care. He's selfish. And when she left the store, she said, "I'm not buying no games." And I said, "Damn, what are you gonna do with it?" So I said, "Miss, if you pay $10 a month, you can have hundreds of games access today, and he won't bother you for months. You'll have plenty to play." And she said, $10 a month. I said, "Listen, you pay for Netflix?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Imagine Netflix for gaming. He will not bother you. He's going to run out of space on that Series S before he asks you for a game. Trust me." She was like, "What?"
I agree. I absolutely agree.
And she bought it.
Game Pass is the best thing ever. I mean,
Ever.
I don't have to. I've purchased, as most gamers have grown up playing games, we buy games that we regret later on. And with Game Pass, it negates a lot of that. We have the opportunity to at least try the game before we go out and spend the 60, 80, whatever ridiculous amount of money on it, which is much more helpful. I mean, there's a lot of times I hear people say around me, they'll say, "Well, I'll wait for it to hit Game Pass first to see if I like it. I'll wait for it to go on Game Pass before I try it." So I'm genuinely confused that not everybody has it. I thought it was something everybody with an Xbox had.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Death, I have a problem. Electronics and games and cameras and drones and TVs. We not gonna go. We ain't. But Game Pass and no. Let me say this first. Game sharing has saved my life because my daughter's godfather, right? He buys games like we buy day one collectors, whatever. We just go out there, spend. Game sharing was the first thing that Xbox started. Now he'll buy a game, we both got it. I'll buy a game, we both got it. So that eliminates us both spending the same money for a game.
That means you get 2 games instead.
Right. Yeah. So now
he'll probably buy something else.
With Game Pass, I wasn't hooked on Game Pass day one because I was like, it's a bunch of indie games. I'm not an indie guy. I play some indies, but I'm not living on indies. I want graphics. I want innovation. I want new technology. I ain't spend no money for no 8K TV to play indies. I'm sorry. So I want to move forward with technology. I'm one of those guys. But when Game Pass said first party day and date, and then you get they had Game Pass, then they came out with Ultimate, and then they said, listen, day and date with these games, this, that, and the third. I said I'm in. Because my boy 100's in the chat. We was at E3 when they was talking about Game Pass. I was like, man, I ain't playing that. Because I just go out there and buy what I want. I'm not subscribing. We got it for free. I tried it. It was a great idea. It's excellent for families. It's excellent for parents. That's not gamers, right? Because now you pay this month, you paying subscriptions for everything else. Amazon Prime, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus. So now you say you got multiple kids. You do Game Pass. You come out cheaper. And it's trial before you buy. If you want to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, in my daughter's case, there's some games now. I play games a lot with my daughter. We play online a lot together. However, there are, of course, very much age-appropriate games she likes that I am not anywhere close to wanting to play. I don't have the patience for it, don't have the care to do it. It's irritating. Insert whatever here. I am not into it for any reason. I'm really not looking to spend $50 to buy it for her to have it either. So Game Pass comes in perfectly because I don't mind her playing it, but I don't want to fork out the money for her to play it at the same time.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I will buy my child games I don't play, but I'm particular about them. I'm not going to get the slime game. There's a slime game where you collect. Yeah, Slime Ranch. Yes, she loves that game. I wouldn't pay for it, but she loves it. I mean, it's a cute game. But
then you look at especially with kids, right? How fast like they switch up on you. Like she'll like it today and then hate it tomorrow. Like
yeah.
Then you paid $60 for something they'll play for 2 days, and then just on to the next one. You know, like
Facts.
As a parent, you're out $60, not the kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so that's where it also helps, and it goes into that because they just pick up and play as they go. They freaking switch their mind up like I mean, I think everyone would switch their underwear, but like that's just the way, that's the nature of the kids, like, and then quick resume helps with that too because you'll just see different little stuff going in and out. So pretty much speaking on my kids, that's the way they play. So
all right, so let's move into this because that's a great segue into this, which I didn't think was gonna happen so soon. We all know last week we wasn't here, but the PlayStation services received a raise. Now, let me say this. Y'all don't have day and date. Y'all ain't improving your service, and you're raising the prices. Less than 2 years of the life cycle of your service. So I said, listen, as a PlayStation fan, I don't understand y'all when y'all allow Sony to continue to get away with this nonsense. Y'all just keep letting them do it to you. And this is what happened last week into this week. PlayStation subscriptions has fell. Now, I'm stunned that they actually went out there and made a statement, because how can you raise price of something you're not improving the service? Now, Death, talk to me. What did you think about this whole situation with them raising the price and not giving you nothing extra? They just say, you know what? Everybody else doing it, we're doing it too.
I kind of feel like it's a very much a PlayStation move, unfortunately. I don't know who runs their businesses and who gives them these ideas for a lot of this. I mean, it seems to me that they make a lot of poor decisions, and they really need to hire on some better thinkers or some critical thinkers or common sense. I don't know. But they seem to make a lot of bad decisions, and they usually say something along the lines of, well, they're doing it. Why
Right.
can't we? And the problem is they can do it because they're doing it better. If you were doing it the same way they were doing it, it wouldn't be a problem. But you're not. You're trying to half-ass it and pretend you're mining for diamonds. No, sweetie, you can't do that. That's not how that works.
Facts.
I mean,
Facts.
I don't know why PlayStation continuously, it's almost like they don't like their customers, in my opinion. Like, I mean, I hate to say it because, like I said, I try to stay out of the wars, but they genuinely like take a shit
Oh,
on
damn.
people on a regular, and
Yes.
no one seems to complain about it.
They
And
don't.
when they do, they want to blame other companies for the problem.
I think they like it.
It gives them, it's free press. It's free
Right.
press. It keeps people talking. I mean, let's be honest, when there was that console shortage of theirs for what, 2 years? You mean to tell me you couldn't get a factory together to make the consoles and pump them out for the numbers for 2 years? No. No. No way. And then they do this. Like, it just tells me that they're not really caring or listening to what their customers are asking for and wanting.
Listen, I don't care. I tell people, listen, you live once. I buy whatever I want. I don't care. I just, I try to make sure my bills and my daughter's taken care of. But after that, I buy whatever I want. I'm still a regular PSN member. I was beta testing the premium. The services was trash. The PS3 backwards compatible, the emulation for PS3 was garbage. We was playing games in 50 hertz or 60 hertz TVs. I'm like, yo, why would we have PAL versions of US games on your service, right? I really complained about that. I really wanted to be part of premium. And then I compared it to Ultimate. And then I'm like, are you serious? Now, y'all say y'all sold 35 to 40 million consoles, and then on another hand, you're saying nobody's buying your first party games. So if you up in your services, and let's just say you go day and date, now it becomes a little bit more juicy, and people got something to look forward to. It ain't like you release 5 games a year first party, right? So if you make it a little spicy for people.
Year.
What you said, G?
I said, especially with this sparse year, like it makes it even worse.
I mean, but if you throw that in there, people will stay and saying, okay, we're gonna get Spider-Man, right? We're gonna get Foam Stars.
I still don't know who that game. I'm gonna say it 1,000 times. I don't know who that game is for. So when anybody figures it out, let me know.
Yo, Def, I don't even believe I said that.
And it's ridiculous that I even know what game you're talking about.
All my dudes gonna be playing that game.
I should have forgotten.
Bubbles with the boys.
I should have forgotten about that one, but it's like ingrained. It's seared into my brain because I cannot blame me.
So they couldn't give that game to me.
Oh my Lord. Listen, all right. Maybe they'll say Final Fantasy, whatever the second one is, right? But I'm saying, at least if they had that incentive, they would stay. So, G, talk to me. Are you shocked that the Sony fans was like, yo, we out? Like,
I'm shocked because they normally don't react to things like that.
They don't.
They find something else and leech onto it. Normally, like, I mean, I seen a vocal group still going after Starfield, and not acknowledging that they got to pay more for the service. But for the most part, I mean, those numbers are telling that some people did back out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be one of them. Once my sub is up, that's it, bro. There's nothing else for me there. I don't care about the cloud saves, which should be free as is.
It should be right.
It's crazy because, currently, that's all I'm paying for anyways. Is cloud saves because I don't use anything else with it. I don't even play online. Like the party system is crap.
Hold on, let me pull it. I know you're not one of these, right, Super G?
And it's bad. Listen, it's bad whenever I rather. It's bad when
you're not one of those, bro.
No. We're not doing that. But it's bad when I rather turn my Xbox on and be in an Xbox party and then play my PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I know plenty of people that do that too, which is.
I know people that do it on the Switch too. That's why I turn my Switch online off. And I do want to start, even though it's $20, I should do it because that F099, we're gonna get into that later. I'm kind of like,
Yo, but those old school Switch games kind of make it worth it, bro. Like in a sense.
I know, but I have so many. I got all that stuff emulated, but that 99 stuff, the Tetris 99, that 99, I'm like, yo, I like that Battle Royal, man. Then they got the mode with the track going top when you beating people in. Yo, I'm like, yo, take my $20.
I think I paid more because I have like the family plan, but yeah.
Yeah, you pay what, 35? Still worth it, but I don't have. I'm only.
I think it's more than that because I have the second tier or the second group of classic games, like the ones that added the 64, and I want to say like the Game Boy Advance games because the original only has like the SNES and the NES, right? Once you sub, and then the other one has the 64 and I think like some of the Sega games or something. But I think I have that one, so yeah, it costs a little more, but. Yeah, I was shocked because that's completely out of their character. They usually just take
very
right
much,
up there,
very much.
you know,
and
right
I'm proud
there.
of them. I'm proud of them.
No, that's what they're supposed to do. I mean, you got to stand up.
Yeah, you got to stand
seen
up
the
because
Xbox
they're gonna
fan
keep
base,
doing
like,
it.
come out as soon as they announced that. Well, as soon as they didn't even announce it, the leak price of like Xbox Game Pass or Gold, going up, went crazy online, and even the Sony guys who don't even represent or have anything normally good to say about Xbox was saying stuff about it, right?
Yeah, facts.
But so now it's their time to speak up. So I guess a few of them did. But
yo, chat,
Sony
what y'all think
backtracked
about
on
this,
that price.
man? Are y'all proud of the Sony community and my Sony fans that's in the chat, man? Shout out to Stone King X too, my guys in the building. Always get involved, man. Y'all know y'all part of this show. You know what I'm saying? But
you know, it also goes with what our guest said about Sony not caring about their fans, right?
Oh, they don't care.
These subscribers left. And Sony still ain't bat a fucking eye. The price is still the same.
They got mad at me on Twitter because I said Jim Ryan be sliding that that corporate Sony black card through their butt cheeks and they love it. But why you mad at me? Stand up. Because if Microsoft do something, I'm gonna say y'all bugging. I didn't care what gold went up, but I said I got Ultimate. But I didn't say I was wrong. I'm sorry.
People stood up a few years ago when Xbox was going to do that online only gameplay thing, and people spoke up and put an end to that. That didn't.
A lot of Xbox constantly like speak up. A lot of the fans in the Xbox community speak up.
I mean, they should speak up because unfortunately, as much as I like playing the games, it is getting to be a bit ridiculous to an extent with the prices because I mean, I could be alone in my thinking, but I'm getting real tired of paying $60 for a game and then having to pay $30-$40 for a season pass 5 times over for character skins, weapons, why can you not just release it with the game like you used to? Like, I don't know why we have
because that's the money.
Yeah, that's the
money.
The market dictates it now, right? Because we had that guy from the guy from EA who came out and was like, if you're not charging for microtransactions, you're stupid, So that just shows you kind of where.
But you got to see where we're gonna talk about them in Wild Hearts failing later.
Oh.
Yeah, who's stupid? Because
Well, then they just published. Well, we'll get there.
I mean, still, I don't know. But I like. You listen, yo, Def. I got like $700 in characters on Fortnite, at least, because I'm a movie guy. I'm an anime guy. I like different characters. I like different stuff. They come out with Mike Lowry, I'm in there. You come out with Darth Vader, I'm in there. You come out with anything Marvel, Batman, Spider-Man, I'm in there. I bought Kratos, and I bought Kratos is my favorite character from Sony, and I also bought Master Chief. That's my favorite character from Microsoft. They come out with Mario, I'll have him too. Like they keep I got Dragon Ball Z characters. I got all kind of stuff. And then one day I said, you know what? Let me do my characters times $20. And I said, oh, shit. It's over 700. Got me.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean,
Nope,
I've looked at some of that stuff too for some of the games, and I'm like, how many expansion packs are there? And how many season passes have there? Why are there like 20 of them for one game? I can understand 3. In a couple of years, even like say they've got a new pop culture reference they want to throw in, like with the game you were just mentioning. I forgot.
Fortnite.
Fortnite. I'm sorry. I'm against Fortnite. It's a personal thing.
Oh, hey, whoa, whoa.
have
And the
a rea-
gameplay
I
is shown
have
on
a
the screen right now. Whoa.
I have a reason, though. I have a reason, and it's a perfectly acceptable
You're
one.
not good?
Teenagers annoyed me with that game
Oh.
and
Usually
the
people
dance
say I
moves
suck at
from
it.
it. I'm not a big fan of teenagers. No offense, guys, but
I am. I love to put my boot on their neck. I
I
put
don't
them in
like
their place
Fortnite.
in
They
these
ruined
games.
it for me. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just it seems to be a bit much with the season passes and the expansion packs and the aftermarket.
But at least it's
things.
not mandatory.
Yeah, that's good. It's not
It's
mandatory.
optional. Because I'm a
Usually-
big I got the Gears that had all the Terminator stuff. I'm a movie guy. The last Call of Duty, they came out with Rambo and John McClane. I'm an 80s movie guy. I'm in
Right.
it.
They got me on that one, bro.
They got me.
They got
I mean,
me
I
with,
understand.
they got me
appeals
with
to me.
Shredder for Ninja Turtles. Yeah, they got me a few
Right.
times.
I got Shredder. I didn't buy nothing else. Let me tell y'all guys this. This is a little male stuff. If you're a guy and you running down a hallway with Nicki Minaj in Call of Duty, I just want you to think about what dudes are looking at when you run down the hallway. It's called cheeks. So if you want men staring at your cheeks, you should use that character. I'm just saying. Because I said that in the room.
There's a skin for her in that game.
Yes,
Yeah.
she had. And if you're a woman and you're using her and you want to be a Barbie, I'm with you. But you're playing a male-dominated shooter and you're a man and you run down a hallway with Nicki Minaj. What do you think the men are looking at? I want you to think about that as you call in your kill streaks.
I think they know. They might be trying to distract the other players. I mean, I
Not
would.
on your team. I'm just saying.
A distracted person is a distracted person. It doesn't
Listen,
matter who it is.
And now they just dropped Lara Croft. Now I remember when Lara Croft came out with I had a digital crush.
I think every boy did.
Right. So
yeah.
now she's in Call of Duty and you pick her as a man. I'm just saying. I just think out loud. I just want to know what y'all thinking. Anybody in the chat, please. Maybe Lemon is a little off. I don't know. I'm just saying. Nicki Minaj is a sex symbol. So you do what you want with that information. But I want to move into another game. Sea of Stars is a huge hit on Game Pass. Now, I've interviewed developers. I always love asking the Game Pass question because you got people out here naysaying, oh, developers don't want to be on Game Pass. It's taking advantage of the developer and all this other stuff. Sea of Stars on PlayStation did nothing. But it's a huge hit on Game Pass. Now, I didn't know how much the game cost because I didn't check it out on my PlayStation. I'm not into that old-fashioned Japanese RPG style anymore. But Def, talk to me. Is this your style of game? And are you shocked that this game took off the way it did? Because it's definitely topping the charts right now.
No, it's not really shocking me about it taking off. A lot of underrated games or games you wouldn't think that would do well the last few years have actually been doing extremely well. Even if they're not advertised, they're doing real well. I mean, not for nothing, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, while it was advertised, it wasn't advertised for very long, and it's done fairly well. A lot of people have played it. No, it hasn't surprised me. Game Pass seems to do it well for games, though, honestly.
Yes.
I mean, it's a great place for people that even if they haven't heard of it, it gives them introduction to the game by just coming across it. Like, hey, check this out. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten around to playing it right now. I've actually been playing in the woods the last week, and I'll be doing that again next
But that's
week.
another game. That's another game.
No, not a video game. I'm actually doing a haunted house.
Oh, I thought you
I
meant
don't
that
know.
game that's in the woods and kind of give you like. I don't know if it's a fire story. I know, but anyway, that's what I thought. The indie
Yeah,
game. My bad.
no, I actually run a haunted house in October all month
Awesome.
long, and I'm actually setting that up right now. I'm taking a few days off, just to relax. But I get back to that on Monday, so I'll be in the middle of the woods with little to no signal. So
Dope,
video
dope.
games are out of the question for me for the next week, unfortunately, until next weekend.
Get your Asus ROG Ally. Take your gaming with you. It's like a Switch on steroids.
I'll have to check it out.
No, I'm telling you, it's like having an Xbox Series X in your hand.
I like the idea of that.
Literally, graphically. I don't care if it's 720p. That screen is ridiculous. I'm telling you.
You heard what I want? You heard that? I'm gonna get one.
You hear that, Dread? Do some overtime at the job, buddy.
Probably like I already
Hey,
got
happy
it.
wife, happy life, right?
Yo, facts. So, Super G, what did you think about Sea of Stars being a huge hit?
It didn't surprise me much because the studio that made it is a very popular studio, and then it's a game that a game style that a lot of people still like. And the way it looked, right? So Sabotage, I think it was Sabotage Studio. They made the Messenger, which blew up, right? It won like game awards, all kind of stuff. So this is that studio's next game, or their third game, because they did Messenger 2. But I mean, they make quality products, bro, quality games. So it doesn't surprise me at all. And seeing this $35 game, and Game Pass whenever Starfield drops, so of course other people are gonna pick it up and play it because most people went towards Starfield. So having games that drop in Game Pass only helps whenever
That's
you
a
have
fact.
to fight against these big games.
That's a fact.
Certain times of the year, right? So because even me, like I didn't buy the game yet, but I played it because of Game Pass. Like I was like, man, I'm gonna fire this up, and it's a great game so far. What I played a couple hours of it, and it's a good game. So
I got major games that I picked up that I haven't played, like Jedi Survivor. I didn't play it.
shout out to that patch they did. It was much needed.
Yo, Dead Island 2. I didn't play it. I just be getting stuff. I'm
Same.
talking about major titles. Because I'm back to work, but I'm gonna try to cut down and work 3 days of overtime, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and get into my gaming and my podcast and my content, bringing it back. But I've been going hard since the last 2.5, 3 months I've been back to work. But let me get into these super chats, and this is different. Dreadpool, I don't stop letting Carlo make you super chat things that's weird. So I'm gonna get into this super chat from my man Dreadpool. $2 super chat. Carlos said, "Season them chicken thighs." I don't even know.
I think it's a shout out to PK.
Oh, that could be. Let me get into Carlo because he
PK,
said
the
something
Time
too.
Master.
$5 super chat. He says, first foam the thighs, then you rub the thighs. Thigh master. That is for PK. He is. Yeah, I nicknamed him Thigh Master. Shout out to that boy out there, PK, man. Hopefully you back next week. God damn it.
They're rubbing thighs, bro.
Jesus, rubbing thighs. A professional thigh rubber. Now, let's get into something. How many of you watched the Nintendo Direct? Now, I've said this, I've been on record and said this, and said if the next Switch is not backwards compatible, that I'm not buying it. And I also said that Advance Wars was going to be my last game, but being that it has no online matchmaking, I didn't buy it. They dropped some nice looking games. Luigi's HD 2, I'll be picking that up. And I'll be picking up that Donkey Kong, Mario versus Donkey Kong. Now, I don't know what type of magic they got over there or the genie in the bottle at Nintendo, but I swear to God, I said I wasn't buying no more games for the Switch. And I got 2 more on my radar. And Mario Wonder.
Yep.
So
Fire.
that's 3 games. 3.
Fire.
I went from 0 to 3 in a month. So now, Nintendo Switch. Talk to me, Dev Dealer. What did you think about the Direct? Is there anything that piqued your interest, and what was it?
Oh, of course. I mean, I'm all for anything with Mario, Kirby. I mean, pretty much anything Nintendo touches. I love it. It's got a special place in my heart, whether it be nostalgia or just being a sucker for the company. I'm not sure which, but yeah, they can take my money. They can have all of it as far as I'm concerned. I'll take everything they make. Yeah.
I'm just a huge fan of anything Nintendo do that's 2D. Like their 2D games just be hidden. I'm not too crazy about like the 3D games. Like one of our favorite games, Mario Odyssey. I didn't really care for Odyssey too much. Wasn't really my thing, but like Wonders is gonna be fantastic. So I can't wait.
Yeah, listen, they have this sauce that they need to get to just let a couple of these other companies taste, because they're awesome, man. And like I said, I'm gonna stop putting a foot in my mouth because I said I wasn't buying no more Switch titles. I got 3 on the radar, man. Anything Luigi mentioned, I'm in the building. Anything Mario, I'm in the building, man. And I'm just so stoked to see that. Even the F-099 Battle Royale Online, I was like, yo, that's what that game came out when I was a kid. And it was like Mode 7. That was the commercial. And I was like, wow. It was just amazing to see the speed. And it was 2-dimensional, but it made it look 3D. It was crazy. Yeah, I might be with you, Def. I might be a sucker for the brand. And I said I'm not buying the next Switch if it's not backwards compatible. I might eat those words too, because they got something with them, man. They have something with them, man. And maybe because we grew, it's like your mother's cooking. She always make this dish with you. If she make it for you today, you turn into a child. You know what I'm saying? So
it's
like,
funny you mentioned the backwards compatible thing, because it actually, as soon as you said that, it dawned on me. That's actually one console company I don't think I've ever complained that they're not backwards compatible, and that's kind of hypocritical if I think about it, because I've complained about the Xbox not being backwards compatible for particular ones, and the PlayStation's never backwards compatible. That's always irritated me. But I've never
they did one.
complained about it. Did they?
They
that's
did
right.
PlayStation 3, and then they...
Yeah, wasn't it backwards compatible with
3,
PlayStation 2?
Right, and they stopped making it.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. You got okay.
Like,
I stand corrected. You are right. I do remember that now that you mention it.
But you might as well not have it. I had that system, but that system...
I didn't do that big one.
Right. That system was
smaller
crazy expensive once they stopped making it.
Yep.
It's great. I got $600 for it again because they stopped making it. So people was like, yo, that system's on fire. And I sold it again because I was done with it. But yeah. But continue. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, it was just an observation I had. It was funny because we were talking earlier about companies, and it's like, just dawned on me that that's awfully hypocritical of me. I guess I should complain about them not being backwards compatible.
I know one thing Nintendo will never do to me. They will never sell me no cardboard.
Oh, back.
They won't sell you a console that you have to be concerned about what way you store it either, which I find nice and beneficial. If you're going to make a console multi-posable, if that's the right way to put it, you can put it in different positions.
Right.
You shouldn't have to worry about it breaking in those positions that it should be allowed to go in.
She said she wasn't part of the console war. Ooh, just got a little spicy in here.
Ain't nothing wrong with telling the truth.
Woo. So nobody else want to comment no more on Nintendo Direct before we move on to this disappointing dude at EA. Jesus, man. Yo, EA, he's now at what company he's at? What's that guy? He said something crazy, man.
Unity, right?
He's at oh my God. He might just make something wrong with him. But let's get into EA and the support for Wild Hearts. Looks like they are ceasing all action. Now, I also have this game that I didn't play. That's another one. Because, you know, I like Monster Hunter. I hate the controls. I think the last one is better than Monster Hunter World, right? But I really like Wild Hearts and what I saw, and I didn't just get around to playing it. I have it installed and everything. So we're going to go straight to you, Super G. EA is looking to end support, man. Is this another, what's that other game that Square just dropped? What was it called? The Iron Man game.
Iron Man game.
It's like Iron Man. Somebody
That
help me
Square
out in
dropped?
the chat. Yes. And they ceased and desist on it. It was the
I don't know.
RPG, 3 players. What was it called? Somebody help me out in the chat, man. Not the Avengers.
That
The other
Square
game.
dropped?
Was it Square that dropped that game?
You talking about Anthem?
Anthem. Ain't Square?
Yeah, that
make
wasn't Square. That was EA.
Oh,
It was BioWare.
oh, that's worse. That's a
Yeah,
double
'cause
header.
this is- yeah.
Oh,
That's
my
why I
bad.
was
Yeah,
gonna say-
yeah, that was
that's
Avengers. I know they did Avengers like that.
That's why I was going to
One
say
of my
it
favorite
doesn't-
games
It doesn't
online.
shock me that EA stopped support of it. It doesn't shock me because of that. Literally because of that. Because if it don't make money like real quick, real soon, then EA's like, we're out. They ain't got time for it.
Ubisoft too.
You know what? I would agree.
Anthem. There you go,
but I
Jeremy
can't.
Brown.
But I can't agree because they're still working on that Skull and Bones game
Legion,
that should have
Stone
been.
X, thank you.
Should have been
Appreciate
killed
y'all.
a long time ago, right? So
I liked Anthem, by the way.
Anthem was dope.
And
It
I
was
like
real good.
Avengers too.
Mm,
I'm going to tell you why.
mm,
Okay, let me say this. Just when a game comes out and it needs to be adjusted, right? In terms of balancing how you do this, right? You ain't supposed to just turn your back on it because you don't like the initial system. Because they fixed all that stuff and people still was like, oh, it's still garbage. But it wasn't true. Yobi played the hell out of it. Yobi in the chat right now, he'll tell you he enjoyed the hell of it. I enjoyed what I played.
No, it was okay. Like combat and everything like that went within that game was good. It was
Right.
everything else with the game that was a problem though. Like everything else, the convoluted menus, not knowing what the hell is the main story and what wasn't. Like we looked at the map or whatever it had going on. Oh, it was a lot of bad and poor decisions that went into the execution of that game. But the combat and everything worked fine.
I heard you didn't feel like a superhero, and I played with the Hulk and said, I feel like the Hulk. I don't know why people saying it.
I
When
don't
I
know
play-
because
I'm a Hulk fan, bro. I
Hulk
feel
had
like the
too
Hulk.
much, they relied too much on the RPG aspect with the Hulk because you shouldn't have to punch some of these guys as many times as you punch them with the Hulk. That's my only
Okay,
gripe.
but let me say this. There's 2 characters as superheroes. It's kind of hard to have enemies. It's Superman and the Hulk. That's why it's hard to make them in games because they're super powerful.
No
Like
doubt.
the Hulk has broke the moon in half. Like they gotta do. You can't go by that because Superman is like overpowered. So what you gonna have him fight a whole bunch of Bizarros? Like you get what I'm saying? Like it's really hard to.
Yeah, no, power scaling is hard when you
They're
have
crazy,
people like that.
right?
Yeah,
You
so-
only can
well,
fight,
That's completely understandable.
right? So it's
um,
hard, but Thor's another one,
Yeah, Thor
right?
for
So
sure.
it ain't
Especially,
like
God
Spider-Man
mode.
or Iron Man. It's easy to do, but those souped up characters like that, like Thanos, come on, Silver Surfer, Galactus.
Clowns with the $2. Time Master has the sauce.
Yo, clowns. I thought you was at a convention. I thought you supposed to be blinded by what you call it, cosplay breasts or something. Don't let your wife see you. You're gonna get it. I'm gonna act like I ain't hear that. I ain't say that. We're gonna move on, man. And you know, listen. Death, I'm a petty guy. Right?
Okay.
I like to throw shit in people's faces.
Okay. I can get behind that.
I don't like racist people. I don't like racist comments.
I agree.
I'm mixed with, my grandfather was white and Puerto Rican. My mother's Puerto Rican. My father's black. Let me say this. I don't like racists at no point. So Square Enix can kiss my ass. I'm a Square Enix fan. I love all their RPGs. It hurt my feelings not to buy Final Fantasy 16, but to say what I'm about to say, is a goddamn milestone, and I'm so happy I was right. Square has lost $2 billion since the launch of Final Fantasy 16. And after that goddamn director said those racist ass comments and then doubled down on it about black people, I don't feel bad. My heart bleeds gorilla piss for them guys. And I feel great that y'all goddamn struggling. I don't care if it's just on one console, because I have the other console anyway. That stuff doesn't bother me. But when you single out somebody's history that you do not understand, sometimes you just need to just be quiet. Don't try to go and double down and fix it because you made it worse. Not saying he's a racist, but if you have no knowledge of something, you should just leave it that way, right?
Yeah. I mean, why would you speak on something you don't really have an actual idea about and have knowledge over? I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure what comments he made. I don't keep up with a lot of that stuff, so I'm not really sure what he said.
I'll tell you.
But if it was highly offensive to multiple people,
yes,
I can wholly understand why he would lose money.
He said there's no black people in his game because his game represents the medieval time, and in the medieval times in Europe, there was no black people in their history.
That's wrong.
And I was like, wow. then he went up to say, we prefer to have white people in our games because they're the better looking people, and we don't need black people in our games. And then, if you play Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and I want you to YouTube this. What's that dude name starts with a B?
Barrett.
If you Barrett, if you YouTube Barrett's quotes in Final Fantasy 7, this is how he talks. Yeah, and when Jews comes around, we not gonna be doing that. Yo, it's bad. It's so bad they made a compilation for people to watch. Now, I don't believe race, religion, and politics and sex belong in video games, right? I'm talking about as a discussion, right?
I agree.
You could do multiple sex scenes, and I don't care about that. I'm talking about the discussion of real life religion and stuff in politics. Leave that out because everybody's different parts of the country. Everybody got different views. Everybody's Republicans, people Democrats. Doesn't matter. This is gaming.
I agree with that.
But when you say things like that, then you lose $2 billion. Oh shit, I'm petty.
That's just irony right there. That's
I'm petty like 50
That's
cents.
just karma.
And I don't want to see no developer lose. Don't get it wrong. But he's a big wig in that company, and he represents the face of that company, and he should have not have said those things and doubled down on it and made it worse. So that's what he did.
Yeah, those comments were highly ignorant, and
Yes.
I'm gonna I don't care what he tries to claim. Those are definitely racist as hell. There's no way that wasn't supposed to be racist. I mean, it's well known that people traveled the world in medieval times anyways because people got famous for it and took favors with kings and queens because of these travels. So to say that different nationalities and races didn't mix is just utter BS. And I mean, it said that the people that worked on the game are taking the hit.
Yes.
However, that's where morality and ethics clauses and contracts come into play with companies. And I believe he would have had to have signed one in order to have the platform he does with the company. So he should automatically be removed. And if they had done that in a timely fashion, the company probably wouldn't be taking the hit it is right now. So they really have no one to blame but themselves for it, because you can't have somebody spouting hateful things out there because people are voting with their wallet instead of their mouth a lot of times. I mean, Chick-fil-A took a hit a few years ago because of the political mess they put themselves in. Pepsi's done it. Budweiser.
Papa John. That's why they made Shaq the face.
Yeah, Papa John.
Listen, certain things you don't say.
You know, all these companies have had people they later regret talking for them, and they did the smart, logical thing of taking them out.
Right.
So, yeah, no.
And I'm telling you, Def, I am a Square fan, right? That bothered me because I support y'all so much and I wanted to play that game, but I'm going to talk on my wallet. I can't be like some of these dudes on Twitter who's always like, Malcolm X, black rights. And then they bought the game because they PlayStation people. Nah, I'm not doing that. I have morals and ethics, and I'm just happy to see y'all not winning.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I'll be honest, I wasn't really going to go ahead and buy the game first drop anyway, so it doesn't really affect me personally. It's just, like I said, it's terrible that people worked on it and they have to deal with this guy, but I mean, maybe they should go on strike.
You listen, look at Activision.
Yeah, I mean, something's got to give. You can't let people
disrespect you.
Because not only does he look terrible, he makes anyone that associates with him.
Yep.
Right. They don't think they all like that, and it's not true. He's just the boss.
I'd be horrified if I knew that person in real life. Like, no, thank you. I don't want any part of this. I don't want any part of you, your nonsense, or your thought process, because I can't even imagine the mental hoops you have to go through to say these words out loud.
Yeah.
And wholeheartedly believe them. Like I said, I mean, where did he think everybody was at the medieval times? Did he think we were all separated on islands by ourselves and never left the islands? I mean, had he never heard of the Vikings and the Turks and the Persians? And I mean, Genghis Khan took half a continent over. Like, what did you think people were doing?
I don't know.
That's how people are going back and saying, I've got 2% of this in my family bloodline. Why? Because 50 generations ago, great-great-great-grandma had a fun time with somebody. You know what
I'm saying? I don't know what's wrong with people. I just, and I read the second article. I thought he was going to apologize. And then when he added to it, I said,
he shouldn't have been allowed to open his mouth. He's
like the dude from Platinum Games. After he have too many cups of sake, you just gotta stop him. But anyway, Super G, what did you think about this $2 billion loss before we move on, man?
Like you said, well deserved in a sense. I hate the workers that are involved in it because it's not on them. But just shut up and just work, man. I hate to say it like that, but. He had no place saying that, and he should have been removed. And the fact they kept him on, all of them are paying for it now. So,
facts. Now we're gonna get into a small, quick topic, and people in the chat, man, I want y'all to give me an idea. Are you gonna take your credit scores and get these Microsoft cards and be capping on Twitter? Everybody gonna be flashing their cards. Let them numbers slip out, because them CC bandits is on deck. Dev Dealer. Microsoft credit card, which is not really a Microsoft credit card, but when you use this credit card, you'll be able to redeem games, gain points, because the point system on that Game Pass and that Xbox platform is just, I used it the other day. That's how I got 2K, which the shooting is fixed. Thank you, 2K. But anyway, what did you think about this credit card?
I think it actually could be a wonderful thing for people who would use it on a regular basis. And I mean, it could be, depending on how it's set up and what all is entailed.
That thing's only useful when you buy Xbox products, because that APR on that thing ain't no joke.
Yeah, I mean,
Xbox products.
That's what I'm saying. If you use it for that, then you're gonna be golden. But
that's all I be buying. How many controllers I got?
Yeah, for someone like us, that works.
I'm like an Xbox slave.
For gamers, it's useful for Xbox fans and gamers. However,
the hardcore gamer, you gotta preface that. You gotta preface that the hardcore, because the casuals is not for, because they don't buy as many games as like the hardcore would.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Dreadpool's gonna be like, "Oh hell no, she ain't getting one," because he's concerned to what I might do with a credit card for Xbox, I would assume.
Do it. Happy wife, happy life. Look, I opened this thing one time. I even set my watch up. Here go another big purchase, right? G, you got one too. I could have been using my credit card. I could have had like
We're in the
2,000
same boat.
points.
It's not even open, dude. We're in the
Mine's
same
not
boat.
even open. I just took the thing out, put the game in, put it back.
I didn't even do that.
What you got over there? What you
I
got
got the-
over there? You
I
got
got
the
it.
watch?
I got the
Oh,
watch in
Yeah,
front of
you see? We could have been using our credit cards. Come on. I said, I got like 12 credit cards. I said, no, I see number
That's my
13.
point.
I see, I don't care. I'm doing it. Gee, I'm doing it.
Fair to me, dog.
You listen, B&H is my favorite store in the world. I got a B&H card. I ain't need it. I wanted it. I wanted
I love B&H.
card.
We just don't have any here, but I always order from them.
There's only one in the world, and it's right
So,
20 minutes away from me. I got the credit card. I ain't need it. I love it. I love Xbox. I'm getting the credit card. I was like,
they got great customer service too.
Yo, look, I went into K Asante's chat. This is how petty I am. Dev, I said, you know what? Y'all Xbox groupies, watch how many of y'all be flashing the card. Y'all ain't no good. And I was like, will you sign up for this? Anybody else in the chat getting this credit card? Because I'm getting it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Plus, it's gonna benefit me. All the Microsoft stuff I buy, the hoodies, the t-shirts, the special editions. I don't know.
The pins. Don't forget the pins.
Oh,
Everybody's got to have the pins.
I got some nice ones. I got the Xbox One X chip pin.
Oh yeah, I got that one too.
Yeah, we got that from
that one.
We got that from
the
E3. You
GPU,
couldn't buy that.
yeah.
Oh no. That's special.
I got
That's
that one too.
special.
The
Ooh, we
Scorpio
got some
That
pins.
explains why I don't have that one.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe I'll hook you up with one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I got like 3 of them. Facts. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on with these topics, man. We down to the last uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Listen, we're gonna leave the state of play for last for Sony, even though people was bored. That first showing was crazy. But let's get into Starfield, even though we don't have a connoisseur in the chat like we did last time with J Rock. But how much did you play Starfield, Death?
I haven't been able to sit down and play on it yet because, like Super G was saying earlier, you got to have time to sit down and play it. And I haven't had time to sit down and do nothing like that. So unfortunately, I've been able to play with the trinkets. And I've been plotting. I am definitely plotting when I get into the galaxy. I have a plan to go and steal everyone's toilet papers. Just a little payback for my state. We're coming for everybody's toilet paper.
Oh, you're gonna do like them people did in Walmart and be fighting over toilet paper.
I'm taking it back for us. Somebody. Hurricane season's almost over. It's my time to shine.
How did y'all fare out in the hurricane down there? Did y'all do okay?
Oh, yeah, our area did fine. We had a little bit of rain and over here, fortunately for us. Down the way, they had some flooding, but it wasn't anything too terrible, thankfully. So everybody that needed to evacuate it and should have did. So we were all lucky.
So they didn't wash up no alligators in your front yard, huh?
Oh, that happens on a Tuesday. That's nothing. That's kind of like, oh, Fred's outside again.
Let me not jinx myself because I'm buying a townhouse in Florida, in Plantation, Florida. I know I just said some stuff about racist shit, but the place is called Plantation. I didn't give it the name, yo.
It's not bad. The name sounds
as a
bad,
brother,
but
you should feel kind of guilty for trying to move there, bro.
Yo, listen, I got like 20 friends there.
So what, bro? That's like trying to move to Lynchburg, Arizona, bro. Like, come on, get out of here. Hey, that's a real place.
Oh my
I'm not even joking. That's a real place.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me get this.
I can attest to that. Everybody's
I remember
nice.
when I was younger, I was supposed to meet someone in Lynchburg. I was like, there ain't no fucking way you gonna see me in Lynchburg. Sorry. Like, no.
Yeah, I can see why I
look,
probably wouldn't feel comfortable going there either.
I was
personally.
at work, right? I was at work, and I love Miami. I'm always in Miami. Usually every year for my birthday, that's where I'm at. I usually send my daughter down there for vacation after college. She come back from college. She's in Miami. So I said, you know what? I own what I got here in New York. I'm gonna get me a townhouse, 3-bedroom, 2 parking lot. I'm gonna get me a slingshot. I'm gonna Airbnb it because it's gonna be so close to Miami. But this is what happened. My boy said, what are you talking about? We at work. I said, oh, it's called Plantation. Yo, everybody in my job was like, what? I said, yo.
As they should.
It's beautiful. They was like, they got black people there. I'm like, with the name Plantation, there should be a lot of black people. They was like, yo, you stupid. I'm like, nah. But it's a mixed area. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And it's like 15 minutes from Miami. So I wanna move down there. Hopefully by the time I get there, they change the county name. They changing everything else in the South. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll tear that name down like they tearing down statues. I don't know, but I'm still gonna move there.
A little bit of warning. You might want to get comfortable with the idea of alligators being around and crocodiles being around.
I'm used to. I love animals.
They don't move them unless one, they become a nuisance, or which means they have to eat a bunch of pets first, or they have to be over 6.5 feet long. Yeah, anything over 7 foot, they'll relocate to.
I don't know how much you talk to Clowns, but he'll tell you. I gave him all the alligator rules when he thought he could have one as a pet. He was like, Lemon. I said, you don't know the rules, buddy. I do. I started breaking it down. He went to. He said, yo, how'd you know that?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I know all the rules about alligators, and yeah, because I told him he want to have alligator. I said, first of all, anything over 4 feet, you got to have 16 feet of gate all the way around. He was like, no, you don't. I said, and you got to have 1,000 hours in experience with a permit. No, you don't. He looked it up and said, how did you know that? Because I want one too.
It's easier to get a license to hunt them than it is to keep one.
Yeah, it is. Facts. And I follow a lot of dudes in Florida that do that, and they give you that knowledge, and then they put the links in, just like any other channel. It's not just video games. They got everything out here. So I didn't know, whatever. Anyway. Let's move on. Starfield, new game plus. Now, I hear this mode is amazing. I'm not a new game plus dude because I never really tried it in no game, but I hear Starfield's doing it differently and positively. What has anybody heard on this panel? And in chat, you're always willing to chime in. Let us know what y'all heard about this new game plus. And if you have the experience, tell us about it because I don't have that.
Listen, ain't nobody good on this podcast for this one.
I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know.
I'm staying away from anything. I don't want to know anything.
I did the same thing, so that's why I don't know nothing. So that was quick.
But like I said earlier, you're gonna sit down and play. You gotta have multiple hours.
Yo, facts. I see people with
we need
4
a
days.
PK. We need a PK because PK beat the game like 10 times.
PK played it because he's not a Bethesda guy.
But he played it and beat it 10 times. So.
You know, he likes achievements. He's an achievement whore. He'll buy a game on
just
Steam.
An achievement whore or just
He'll buy a game on Steam and Xbox and beat it to death both ways and be like, I played it more than you.
Yep.
I beat it on everything.
And that's exactly what you're gonna do.
That's what he does. He comes here and he says that. I'll be like, yo, PK, okay. Nope, these people are not gamers. I bought it on 3 platforms. I beat it on everything. If it's on the Switch, he gonna Switch.
I believe
PK.
that though.
Okay,
PK.
so Dread said Clowns beat it 3 times too.
Lord have mercy. And Clowns ain't no Bethesda guy either. It had to be for achievement for Clowns because he's another achievement whore.
That's more proof that goes into the fact that how amazing this game is. You got these guys who aren't as a fans playing the shit out of it. So
no, they not really playing it. They just they capping for Twitter. A lot of them are capping. It's like they cap for MLB The Show on Game Pass, and none of them play baseball games. See, that's my shot at the Xbox community, Dev. They don't like when I say things like that, but it's true.
I can't argue with that.
They just were saying it to rub it in people's faces. They don't really play the game. Me and 100 play the game. They don't play baseball. Anyway.
I didn't play this year's. I played a lot of last year's.
I played a ton of last year. I ain't played too much this year because just too many damn games. But let's get on this. This was crazy. Starfield, most watched first party game on Twitch ever. Just completely obliterated The Last of Us 2. Now, let me say this. I did not know on Twitch TV that Last of Us 2 was the top first party game being watched. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I didn't.
Yeah, because it happened whenever all the stuff was going out about the game that was negative about it. It was a huge thing because you had people spoiling it and stuff like that, and then a few people had got the game early, so it was like real big.
So what did you think about this with Starfield? Because this is like
it's big, bro. Because like I said, there was a lot of like scrutiny and stuff that went behind the reasoning why Last of Us. It wasn't because the game itself; it was because of what was being said about it.
Right, the controversy.
Yeah, controversy behind it. Right, so that's why it was number one. This game's being number one because
people love it.
Exactly. And people want to see what it's really about because you got a ton of people that don't own Xboxes that are interested. And that shows you that they're interested, right? Because I don't think anybody that owns the game and is playing the game is really watching other people play it. There's a lot of people that didn't have it or, are just interested in it. Because I know a guy I work with, so this generation, he decided to go with Xbox first. He normally buys both consoles, but he normally buys Sony first, right? Or PlayStation first. He bought the Xbox first, and all his friends still went with PlayStation. And they were giving him crap, and now Starfield's out. Pretty much, long story short, they all went and bought Xboxes now. All of them. It was 4 dudes, so they all own Xboxes now, literally just for Starfield. And now they know about Game Pass. They know more about Game Pass.
Right. You educate
yourself.
Now
so that's pretty much what happened. Just word of mouth from him and them watching him and giving him crap all these months for owning an Xbox. He owns both, but he primarily plays on Xbox now. They were just giving him a bunch of crap. So now all those guys own Xboxes and play Starfield.
Yo, listen, I love my PS5. I love my VR. I just do. And people go, you don't play it. I do play it. I play my PlayStation 5 more now because of VR than I did when it just was the games. That's a fact. Talk to me about this Starfield taking over Twitch and being the biggest first party game ever and most watched on Twitch. What did you think about that?
That doesn't surprise me. That game was heavily talked about by everybody in every community. It didn't matter if you were excited to play it or if you were overhearing about it already. Everybody was talking about it. So as soon as it came out, it didn't surprise me that people had started posting and streaming and that people were watching it religiously almost. I expect that to continue happening for quite a while because, yes. I mean, I don't see another game capturing such a wide audience as this one. This one seems to have caught a wide variety of an audience because it's not just caught attention of your sci-fi players or your first player action, shooter here, people, right. Or your fluffy, alternate games here. It seems to have gotten everybody's attention because it seems like everybody's interested in space, in the idea of playing a game, exploring it. So I think it's going to be quite a while before something knocks it out of its place because it's
and to piggyback off you say, it's going to be crazier once the mods come out because then you're going to see people inventing like their own world and their own like so much other stuff that people are going to be looking at and watching people create, right? It's the creation aspect of it that's going to take it even further. So
yeah, it's just going to keep being around for quite a while until there's another game that catches a wide variety of people's attention the way this one has. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be a lot of good games coming out and there's going to be a lot of games that people enjoy and love and, testify for. But this one's going to take the cake this year, I think, because it does catch everybody from every genre's attention. I mean, I'm usually into more of a horror games or your basic simple games, and I'm even excited to play this one. So I think it's going to stay a front while for probably the next year.
No. I'm going to say this. Shout out to my boy 100 in the chat. We are real heavy duty Bethesda guys, right? I'm talking about like heavy, super heavy duty, right? This is way before they even thought about coming to Microsoft. We was at E3 2018, and as soon as we saw the Bethesda booth, me and 100 was there maybe like 2 hours. Now, mind you, we got to go to talk to the other developers. We got to do all this stuff. We stayed in there, took pictures, did all this crazy stuff, all the little events they had. We did everything because we're real Bethesda fans. Now, this is the thing about Bethesda that's crazy. Now, first of all, let me say this. My favorite RPG of all time it got knocked off was Zelda by Mass Effect. I grew up on Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, right? So you make a game with RPG elements, third person and first person shooting, which I'm a first person shooter guy. Great story, interaction. I'm in the building. That was Mass Effect. Then you have my favorite RPG company in terms of longevity with RPGs, right? Skyrim's, Morrowind, Oblivion, Fallout. Pick it. I love those games. For them to make a game in outer space, I'm pissed off. I went back to work. I kind of wish I didn't go back to work before, because I was out on injury. But, to see so many people enjoying it, this game will go on for 10 years. Because people are still playing Skyrim, exploring new areas. And that was on old, inferior hardware. Not even, people, I seen somebody say, I was on this plane, I thought it had nothing there. And then I walked into a base. It was like 2 hours, but I found it. Then they start battling. Then I don't like watching people clips because I want my experience to be the same. That's I also put on Twitter. I said, listen, do not follow people guides on to play this game because you can't. Some things do not repeat itself.
There's no right and wrong way of playing it.
Right.
Either.
You do not follow somebody else's experience. You want your own. So when y'all link up in a spaces or a podcast or just talking on Xbox Live, you want your own experience. And this game is a goddamn experience. It's not a regular game. It's not I was in a space and this dude was like, he compared it to Last of Us. And I just kept listening. And then when it was my time to talk, I said, listen, I respect your opinion, but there's no fucking way you put goddamn a Bethesda game in a game that's just story driven and that's it. Once you beat it, that's it. No way. You do not insult the work of Bethesda with no single story game. That don't mean that game is not good. But Bethesda games got legs, baby. They go on for years. Years. You can't put that in the category and you can't, there's nobody who has the same exact experience with a Bethesda game. There isn't one person that say they can remember an event or situation, but they do not have the same experience playing the game because a game like Last of Us is streamlined, right? How many ways can you play Gears? Ain't but so many. So everybody got the experience, right? But when you got a Bethesda game, a Fallout game, it's not the same. Oblivion game, it's not the same. They develop on a whole different level. So, you got people, somebody say, oh, you got to fast travel here. Some dude flew 7 hours to Pluto. I said, he needs a girlfriend. But he did it. Nobody thought it was possible. Somebody built a tank. Oh my God, what you call a tank in Halo?
The frigate?
He built the tank.
Scorpion.
He built the Scorpion.
And
he built the Scorpion as a ship.
The frigate is a ship too.
He built the Scorpion, right? And I said, oh, now I saw that on Twitter, the picture. That's my goal. That's my favorite game on Xbox. That's my goal, is to get all the parts and build that and have that as my starship. That's the type of stuff. This is an exploration game. This is not a game you play, beat the story, and it ends. You got many different things, the side missions. People, like you said, you went on a mission you thought was gonna be quick, fast. You put hours. You know what I'm saying? It's not a short-term game. You know what I'm saying? It's like being married. It's for the long haul. It's not for today. It's for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to see the success. Shout out to the team over there at Xbox. It's a great game. and it's good that it came out proper, and it is what it is. Now, we're going to get into the final topics. Chat, y'all been awesome. I see everybody in the chat. Death Dealer. I came in here, and I always keep it real. I said, I never met her, man. I know that's my guy, Dred's wife. Never spoke to her. Been watching the podcast. Very knowledgeable woman. Gamer. I said, I don't know how this gonna work, because you don't have no rapport, but you fit right in here. We good.
Thank you.
You hitting all the bells and whistles.
Thank you.
Pleasure
Thank
to
you.
have you. Yes. Yes,
Thank you.
yes. Now we're gonna get into a separate topic before we get into the state of no way. But Embracer might sell Gearbox. Do you believe Microsoft should pick up Gearbox? Death Dealer, talk to me.
Do I think they'll do it? Oh, probably, yeah. I mean, the way the larger companies such as Sony and Microsoft have been buying up the smaller game publishers, it's not surprising to me that they're doing these back and forth. It's an easier way for them to control and make sure that they have access to the games for their consoles. I mean, it's on one hand, it's kind of like you wish it wouldn't happen, because now it's usually a lot of times ends up on one console versus another instead of across the board where everybody gets it. However, I'm sure for the company itself, it's probably beneficial to them because they've probably got a bigger budget to make the games with, so it might work better for us in that respect at the same time. So I'm not really sure. We'll just have to wait and see how everything goes, I suppose.
Okay, Super G, you flexing? I see you flexing. Don't make me call a crib. I'll call a crib.
Stretching.
I'm dry snitching. Talk to me, G. What do you think?
Know. It's a hard one to
Gearbox?
say. It's a hard one to say. I don't. I mean, it depends on what the asking price is for them, because Gearbox don't have anything outside of Borderlands, to be honest. And then the stuff they've done on the side that's not Borderlands hasn't been really good, right? They did that horrible Duke Nukem game a few years ago.
What about Tiny Tina's? That was awesome.
That's still Borderlands, though.
And I didn't. Right? Like, I didn't play that either. And I have it.
But again, that's still Borderlands. Like,
yeah.
Everything else they do is gone. Like they used to do, like the Brothers in Arms.
Yeah, remember that
Homeworld series. But for the last 10 or so years, it's just been literally Borderlands. So do you pay how many millions or billions for just Borderlands? And then I don't think they were billions. Okay, well, millions, right?
No, I'm saying like that's what I don't think. I mean, you can say I understand you're not talking like that's what you think they are, but I'm saying I don't think they were billions. I wouldn't get no billion for them.
For sure. But and then that's my point.
300 million. And I'll go with that.
You look at would you though? Because Sony got Insomniac for less than that. So true. And again, you're only buying Borderlands, and you're only buying Borderlands and the crazy ass what's his name? Randy Pitchford. That fool's a wild card, bro. He's like out of his mind. Some of the comments he's made. So I don't know, dude. I don't see them. I don't know. I wouldn't. And then they have a lot of developers, right? They have like a lot of employees. I want to look it up. But I know they have like over 1,000 employees, dude. So that's a huge undertaking. And
I'm gonna say this, right? And this is what I say about Tencent. And this is what I said about Embracer Group. People thought I was crazy. Oh, they challenging Microsoft. They got deep pockets. They don't got Microsoft money. That's number one. Number two, they're both are investment companies. They don't make no games. They buy companies that make games. That's number two. And I said, they're buying stuff that they don't understand the market. A lot of stuff they overpaid for. And I said this. I said that soon they're going to hit that wall and they're going to start selling. And damn, I love to be right. because you got money, that don't mean buy everything. It doesn't mean that. Bill Gates rides around in some small electric car. He has unlimited money. He just don't go and buy everything.
And they made that flop. So I just looked it up. They have 1,300 employees, and they made that flop, Battleborn. So
who?
That's what I'm saying. They made that Battleborn game.
What?
Man.
What game?
Yeah, right. Battleborn.
Right.
So That's my point, though. So you literally be buying them just for Borderlands. That's what I'm saying. So you see the asking price and see if they worth it, I guess. But and did
I
get
don't
Randy Pitchford the
listen.
hell out of there
I
because he's
don't
out of
know
his
if they're
mind.
worth it, but I would hate to see them get dissolved, right? If you can get them at bargain price and you make Borderlands an exclusive, okay. But it won't be 1,300 people making Borderlands. It'll be maybe 500 people.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
lot.
Like,
Yeah.
you just can't go around sucking
And
up
they're
everybody.
only worth 184 mil only. But that's it.
I'll take that. That's like $10 to Microsoft. I'm taking that. What about you,
Yeah.
Def? You taking that? That's a $10 deal right there. That's like the 99-cent store.
I might as well. I mean, if it's not that bad and it would be worth it. Like I said, it depends on if it pays off or not. I mean, it depends on how they're going to control the company after they have a hold of it. Are they going to allow it to make the games they want it to? Are they going to allow them to make the games how they want to in the time frame in which they, are used to? Or are they going to try and cramp a shorter time frame on them? So instead of having, 2 or 3 years to develop a game, are they going to have a year?
Well, I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Arcane Studios for fucking it up for everybody else. Because Phil was like, "Oh no, we're gonna let everybody just do what you need to do, show us your work, take your time." Now I don't think after Redfall. And mind you, Redfall has been patched. The game runs 100 times better than it did at launch. People do not like to update the facts. I like that game, right? I love co-op aspect, right? But when a game comes out and Phil has gave you so much of a green light and you drop the ball with performance, not 30 frames, because I told people, and Super G will co-sign this, I said, I guarantee you that this is before it happened, Def. I said, I guarantee you Starfield will be 30 and everybody's going to love it. Ain't that what I said, Super? Over a year ago, I said it's going to be 30 because y'all keep trying to say, oh no. He said, no, he likes 30. He's not going to change his vision for you. He doesn't care about what you're saying. He's going to make a great game at 30 frames a second, and 30 frames is going nowhere. And I'm telling you, it's going to be 30. I'm a Bethesda guy. And then he says it, and then people say, but he could change his mind. I said, see, that's you talking. The man said he likes 30, period. Now, when I'm playing Redfall and I'm shooting at 30 frames, I'm getting dizzy. I get nauseous. I throw up in the bathroom. Oh my God, I got diarrhea from playing this game. Mean. Right. So now you play Starfield, same people. And I, once again, got at the Xbox content creators. I said, these are the same people that swore about Redfall.
Hey, let me tell you this though. Let me say this though. Are you going in? All 30 ain't created the same, bro.
No. And that's what I also said. Every developer's not created the same because we all played Project Gotham Racing, which was silky smooth at 30. Nobody said one word.
Well, man, at the same time, Project Gotham was 25 years ago, and no one even knew what the hell a frame was.
Okay, Dreamcast. Yes, they did. I'm gonna tell you why. Dreamcast, Sega Rally. Great game, right? Legendary. It was 60 frames a second on straightaways, and when you hit a turn and saw a car, it turned to 30. Nobody said one word. No PC person, because it was on PC the same way. No PC person. Nobody said nothing. A lot like what did you call them? What you call them, Def? What you just call them again?
What?
The crybabies. What you call them? You called them something earlier, about a few seconds ago. The nearly something. You said something about like they was crying. Something. You nicknamed them something. It'll come to me. But I told people that this game was gonna be 30, and watch how many people give it a hand job. Look at Twitter. Who talk about 30 frames today? Who? And then look at your same favorite content creator on Xbox and look at their Redfall before the game hit the market. There's a difference. And I said 30 frames ain't going nowhere, but you know what? I love to be right. It's like Ray.
I'm not quite sure. I played Redfall, and I didn't quite understand where all the hate was coming from with the frames per second anyway, because I mean, Yeah,
Mm.
every game has a glitch here and there every once in a
Mm-hmm.
while, but I usually find them entertaining personally. As long
Mm.
as it's not going to harm my character's gameplay, they're usually funny. Like, I mean, Dead Island's famous glitch is that the zombie gets stuck in between the wall, like half in a building and half out, and you can hear it snarling and it tries to attack, but it's stuck in the wall. So all you
Right.
got to do is
That's
walk
it.
over and hit it, and it's dead, and you got the
Right.
points. It's so, I mean, Redfall, I didn't see it as a big problem. I
No.
enjoyed the game
Yes.
personally. I thought the look of it was actually quite smooth, so I didn't understand where a lot of the hate was coming from on that one.
It's not hate. Somebody, my man Jerry Brown said it's all about the narrative. Facts. Those are facts. Because these dudes are not content creators. They just want to get you to say, yeah, but I believe in what you're saying because it's fake. It's fake. When Jedi Survivor came out and the 60 frames was broken, who complained about playing in 30? I'll wait.
Got a point there, yeah.
These people are fake. They want to say things that is like trending and just run with it. And a lot of them, not me, because I don't do that. A lot of them are guilty. And you ruin the experience for people who believe in you because they go by what you say. And if you're a bigger influencer, the more dumb shit you say, you influence more people because you got a bigger audience. And I think these dudes need to be penalized for the stuff that they say. 30 frames is good or not. Because when Gotham Knights came out, oh my God. And then when I played it, I'm saying, what are they talking about? It's fake news. Now Starfield's the greatest thing smoking in its 30 frames. It stutters here and there, but you don't hear nobody talking about it either. That's what I be saying. So anyway, success, whatever. I love what I played so far. I think it's awesome. But we're going to get into State of Play. We're going to go straight to you, Death Dealer. This is the last topic of the night. Shout out to the chat. Oh, let me get to this super chat from the old senior citizen dude. You pulled that $2 out your Depends? Thank you, Sir X-Man. You my guy.
Oh
The
my
Elite
God.
Controller 2 is perfect for Starfield. Yo, you probably wearing lime green Xbox printed thongs on right now. That was definitely personal. But I appreciate you, Sir X-Man. We might have you on next week. I'll let you know, Sir X-Man. He's crazy. But anyway, Death Dealer, did you watch State of Play?
I did not.
Oh, so you didn't even get like a consensus of the games? You didn't watch Spider-Man? Did you watch Foam Stars?
I've actually watched other previews, game previews, and what have you before.
You gonna let
So I've
your
actually
husband play that game?
listen, okay, when I watched Phobe Stars trailer, I was watching it actually with Iconic Video Games.
Right.
And I
Axel and
said to
them.
them, yeah, Axel and Doggy.
That's
And I
my
said,
dude, Doggy.
who the hell is this game made for? Because it's too childish, like
It's
as far
made
as the
for the
weapons
people
go.
that play Call of Duty that use
But there's
Nicki
it's not
Minaj.
guns but it's not guns, so
It's
it doesn't
blowing
make
bubbles.
sense. Yeah, they're blowing bubbles, so it's like this is kind of
Bubble.
childish for an adult, but it's the characters are too adult to be for children to play. So it's like, who was this game made for?
Yo, chat, are y'all playing Foam Stars? I know I got my Sony fans in here too. You know how I give it up. I'm gonna do the demo. I'm gonna test it, and I'm gonna be live, and I'm probably gonna have some drinks, and I'm gonna have a lot of jokes. I just want y'all to tune into that because I will not be taking a bubble bath with my boys online. We not doing that, but I'm gonna play solo.
But yeah, no, I do like a lot of the games that are going to be coming out. There are some interesting picks. Like I said, I gravitate more towards horror games, so just about anything with the gothic undertone or dark undertone, you can pretty much assume I'm going to be enjoying that particular game.
Did you like that Dark Anthology game? Dark Anthology Pictures? Is that what it's called? Megatron bought that for me. My boy Megatron bought it for me. I think it's crazy. It's like a killing murder mystery Crazy game.
Oh yeah. The Dark Anthology. It's
Dark
the one that has like
Anthology.
it's like 3 or 4 different games.
Right.
But they're like short stories in one game or something like that. I know what you're talking about.
You need to tune into that, Dev Dealer. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah,
I haven't heard
that's
that.
that's about
It's
a year and a half,
similar
maybe
to
2
like
years
the
old.
games that Supermassive make. Where it's like almost like Telltale almost, but like
Right, but it's
high quality.
it's
Like
nice.
Until Dawn. It's pretty much like
Right.
Until Dawn.
Right.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
But it's
Yeah.
awesome. It's
Different
awesome.
games inside one game, one package.
Okay, I'll check that
So
out.
you're not into Spider-Man?
I'll probably get around to playing it eventually. It's Spider-Man series. I've usually played most of them, at least a few for a little while. I'll be honest, I never get around to beating those games. I usually just play them just to try them out and see how the gameplay is and take a look at the graphics and things. Otherwise, they're not really my forte per se.
It's okay. I mean, hey.
But Dreadpool will definitely have a copy of it in the house, I'm sure. So I'll have the option to play it eventually.
Okay. Okay. Super G, State of Play.
Trash.
You didn't like that walking simulator? Steps
Nope.
or whatever.
Baby steps. They can keep
Baby
it.
step. Oh my God.
They can keep it. It was awful. I feel the same way.
Let's support the indies with positive thoughts. At least they tried something different. He was like, Steph.
Yeah, you know what? Like, yeah, but there's a time and place for everything to be shown off, and that just wasn't it. That was.
I don't think that game should have ever been shown off anywhere.
You know those shows that like Microsoft put on Twitch where it shows like a bunch like an indie reel pretty much. It's cool for that, but when you're State of Play and you're doing a State of Play and you got a starving audience that want to see something.
This Microsoft has won.
You know, like Big Baby Man, that's not it. Like Spider-Man.
Yo, you know he was shaped like the Penguin in Batman 2.
The original one, right? The Danny DeVito one?
Yeah, he was shaped like that, and he had the same little wedgie.
It was so bad, bro. I was like, what is this?
Def, you had to see it.
Final Fantasy and Spider-Man couldn't save that show. I'm sorry. Again,
you know what saved that show for me?
What? Resident Evil VR?
Yes. I was hyped. I was hyped for Resident.
That's literally because you're a VR whore and we're gonna let that go.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you liked it.
Put me on the corner, I'll get your money. That's a fact.
We gonna let you
Yes,
have
I
it.
am.
But outside of again, Final Fantasy and Spider-Man, which we knew were coming. Okay, we got a date. We got a date for Final Fantasy, but we already knew it was coming. Like, so what do we look forward to after Final Fantasy? Because Phone Stars? Because that ain't it. Like you said, who was that game for? When you got like hentai looking chicks
with the fellas?
Shooting bubbles.
Let's blow bubbles with the fellas.
Like, no, we're not doing that either.
Listen, you can say it's for the fellas all you want. I don't picture any dudes hanging out playing online with their fro. You know, I can't picture it. I can't. And like you said, you'll play it in private, but you're not going to stream it. And you think anybody else is?
He's lying. He ain't gonna play it in private.
No, I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna stream it, sis. I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna throw some shots back, and I ain't gonna care. And I'm gonna say whatever I want on the stream. I ain't gonna play it, but I'm gonna make fun of. I'm gonna make so much fun of it. They was
all right. Okay, you know what?
They was like Beyonce. Why they got surfboards in there?
The whole thing didn't make sense.
No, it
None
don't.
of it made sense.
They got surfboards.
I don't even know who that game is for, dude. Like, it looks like she said, like Splatoon, which is like for kids to play, but the characters don't look like characters for kids.
Splatoon is awesome, though. It is. It's fun to
play. Who's to say shooting around foam is not gonna be fun?
Okay, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna stream it.
You will find out because
I'm gonna do like Rich from Review Tech Weirdo USA. I'm gonna stream it with no shirt on.
You know what? That's it. We're gonna cancel you
and be like, oh.
All right, guys. That's been the Dragon's Den. See y'all next week.
They gonna cancel me after that. That's what he do. He got 1 million subscribers doing that stupidness. Eating cucumbers in front of grown ass men, rubbing his chest with no shirt on.
Yeah, but again, Spider-Man and Final Fantasy couldn't save that show because we already knew they were coming.
Right. It was no
Spider-Man is
surprises.
Spider-Man is literally like a month out. What do we see there we haven't seen?
He was
what
flying.
knowledge
spider
did we not
wings.
get
What's
from
wrong
the guy
with
that
you?
just previewed it a few days ago?
Yeah, spider wings.
Hey, we seen that, and then we also seen a lot of people posting footage from when they tried the game out like earlier in the week. So we didn't even need that there. It should have been more Helldivers stuff we haven't really seen. Helldivers look good, but like, what else do they have in the works?
Helldivers is goddamn. What's my favorite movie? One of my favorite B movies besides RoboCop. What is it? No, with the soldiers
Starship
they go
Troopers?
out of Starship Troopers.
Okay.
So I'm interested in that because I love Starship Troopers.
Yeah, but it looked like Outlanders.
That too.
Outriders. Whatever the hell it
Outriders.
was called. Yeah, it looks like that. But again, 6 out of 10.
You know, it's funny you say that because I said the same thing when I saw the trailer for that game. I said it
Starship
looked
Troopers.
like it reminded me of Starship Troopers,
Right.
without the humor in it, without the dark,
Without the
humor and
coolness. Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean that book. If you read the book doesn't even, like, the movie doesn't even do the book justice. The book is very makes fun of itself a lot, quite actually. The movie missed a few of the themes, but
Those are the same people that did RoboCop. Nuke 'em! When they had the game like Battlefield. He was, I nuked them, Daddy. That RoboCop, it was crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. The show. Seeing as they had to make it up to their fan base and show their fan base something, that show was really bad from that standpoint. If Sony had already shown like a lot of stuff off earlier in the year and it wasn't like this huge anticipation for them to show a starving audience something, this show would have been fine. But the fact that people are starving for news, starving for gameplay, starving,
they need some fuel for their fire. That's what they need.
They need something. They need
something.
You can't come out. Sony can't come out after Microsoft showing what Microsoft showed at Gamescom, talking about what they did at Gamescom, and even having their show in June. And this is what they do. This is them like farting in a cup and then opening the cup like this. Here you go. Get a poof, like right in your face. Like, it's bad, dude. Like,
yeah, it was bad. All right.
And then we don't even know what's next. Like, we don't know what's next.
You know what?
I can say that because I have a PS5, bro. So like, I'm looking forward to what's next. I already have Spider-Man paid off, like ready to go. It's not installed yet, but it's ready to go. You know, like, but what's next?
Nothing.
I'm
they
not
got
waiting
a year
for
like Xbox had. I told everybody when they released those 3 games in 1 year, and they was 2021 games, they shot their load. Sony don't release games like that. Not 3 AAA titles first party. They don't do that. I said they shot their load. People like, you bugging. I said, okay. Now look, I love to be right. I'm petty like 50 Cent. I'm petty. I tell you, because every PlayStation console, whenever you get, we got God of War 5 years into the life cycle.
Is probably going to be like a day one inside their service because it's a multiplayer game, right? Games as a service. So let's see them tout those sales numbers for that game when it comes out.
Petty.
Ain't nobody got that service, bruh.
Dev Dealer. Dev Dealer. Awesome to have you. We got to have you return. You was an awesome guest. Your gaming history was awesome. Shout out to you. Thank you for pulling up, man. I appreciate you so much. And keep doing a great job, you and the girls over there on 4GQ TV. I was at work watching y'all while I was doing overtime. Entertained.
Thank you.
Entertained. So I appreciate y'all. Listen, people in the chat, her Twitter handle is in the special guest section. Please follow her on Twitter. She has a great podcast, great team over there. Tell them where they can find you outside of that. And what will you be playing next? What are you looking forward to?
Oh, I'm not even sure. Yeah, I'm probably gonna play Starfield next.
Yeah, that's what you should be doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on that definitely next time I have the opportunity to play video game.
Every time you mention a game, it's on the screen. Last time it was Fortnite, now it's Starfield. Shout out to you.
You can find me tomorrow with Majestic Mayhem at 9:00. On Fridays, I'm on Iconic Video Games with Axel and Doggy Dog 420 and Princess Zelda. You find me on Twitter, and I pop up in random places sporadically. You never know where you'll find me.
Facts. You won't find her on phone stuff.
That's true. That's true. I've had to clean up an actual club after a phone party. It scarred me for life.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
4 or 5.
Bruh. Talk to me with the man in Rocks That Rocks. What's good with you? What you gonna be playing? Of course, they know where to find you. All his links is in the chat. One of the hardest workers been on YouTube.
On the Figs. Find me on Taco Figs. Nah, but I'm about to play Starfield, man. I'm about to jump in like crazy on that.
I'm about to jump
So I know what I was
into a
planning during
bottle.
the show because I'm running on this planet for 2 hours. But dude, it's always good. You know, guest was great, fantastic, great
She was
energy. She fit right in. Love it. It's always good when you have a guest.
She the
that
first
fits right
guest we
in.
had. I was nervous.
Really?
Yeah, because I've never spoken to her. I only watched her. I felt like a fan. Like, oh my God, can I get an autograph? You do so great over there. Awesome. Oh my God.
I mean,
last time I was in the chat,
hey,
Cozy said,
you were, you know,
I
so
was like,
you kind of went about it all wrong. She's married to Dreadpool. It takes a special individual to put up with him. So I already knew she's gonna be all right, bro. Just knowing that.
Him and that beard.
Yeah. Dread and clowns, man. So you got someone that's always with them. You know you got cool peeps, bro.
Yeah,
So,
facts.
You know, so again, pleasure having you. Good show. Sorry I had like low energy. Got a migraine coming on. It's getting kind of rough, but good times. I was real mild this week. You said last week I was cutting up, so
No, I you. Yo, listen.
Or 2
When you
weeks ago, I
speak,
was
we
cutting
listen. When you speak, we listen. Because he doesn't say a lot, but he says very important things when he speaks. So doesn't matter. He's awesome. And shout out to the chat, man. Y'all was awesome as always. As I always say, give yourselves a round of applause. We'll be back next week. Hopefully nothing happens. Everything is smooth. Hopefully we can get PK back. I don't know. You know what?
yeah, rubbing ties.
I'm gonna tow PK back to the channel with a chain on his toenails. We're gonna do it real violently. He ain't gonna be able to walk, but he's gonna be able to sit down and have a conversation. Akumu, get better. We love you, sis. We will see y'all in the next one. Shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. Hit that like and subscribe. Please share this out. Your support is greatly appreciated. And as I always say, before I go get a bottle today, bring your game and not your name. Those are the facts. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, everybody. Be safe this weekend.
Bye.